Hello. Welcome to Friday Happy Talk and Friday Happy, Moments. Here on, we're both on Patreon and on YouTube. And it's a beautiful experience to be alive. So, this thought right today is welcome to life. This is it'll most likely be a little bit of a longer excursion into our consciousness, but when we can learn to release the past and to heal our hearts, because it's kind of a combination, because we have a lot of stuck memories, energies, and pains and wounds that are sitting in our energy field. And at first it can be hard for us to release those. So even when we're trying to step into the now, even when we're trying to step into the moment, we get sucked back into whatever programming we have going on in our minds. Happens all the time. That's why the power of now, in my experience, was one of the first steps into freedom. And then there were a lot of other steps on the way. Among others, I ended up getting a lot of Reiki healing, and then I became a Reiki healer, and now I've gotten some shamanic healing, and I'm becoming a shamanic healer. And it's a beautiful journey. Now, the part when we end up healing our heart, our energy inside of us, we're removing the blocks, we're removing everything that triggers us, and we get closer to heart. We live in absolute and utter freedom. So if we look at our lives with a timeline, look at it from one finger to the other, right? This is the timeline. We are right here in the middle right now. So before we have healed ourselves, our old pains keep coming back up. Whatever it is, whatever gnaws at you inside of you, whatever you're trying to protect yourself from your past, keeps you in the past. It keeps, when you're connecting back to the things that happened when you were a child or a teenager or a 20-year-old, or when that love affair ended, or when that job ended, or whatever it is, those things are little fears stuck inside of you. And when you are not able to release that on a deep energetic level, you're going to keep going back in your mind to protecting yourself from similar situations, which means you're living in the past. We're not free flowing in life. We're flowing as in like, okay, I'm gonna live, but not too much, because last time I did, it hurt. So I'm not gonna love all the way. I'm not gonna be happy all the way. I'm not gonna expect life to be a good place, because it wasn't before. So it's not gonna be again. Which means we're living backwards. We're living in the past. We're not living openly from this moment on. Because at least for me, there are a few steps along the way that really help us in our growth. One is to reconnect to Earth Mother. That is to connect with the spirit and the energy of life itself. And the planet, our home. When we reconnect to the planet, to Earth Mother, we both connect to the energy of the Mother and the energy of the flow of life. And as we do, we're able to release the past completely, forgive it. We're forgiving people from the past. We're forgiving experience from the past. We forgive and we release. And as we forgive, we also get forgiveness, because it's all an inside job. It's all inside of each one of us. So what happens then is that in the reset into the moment, we are aligning our hearts and our energy, our root chakra, everything into Earth Mother, which becomes the flow of life, which becomes we can live fully forward. Not in the future, but we can live in the stream of life. Like, let's say that life is a river. When we're still trying to hold on to branches from 10 years ago, Oh, that branch looks good. I'm going to hang on to that branch because it reminds me of the other branch. It'll be safer. I'm still not in the flow, the river that's moving all the time. I'm trying to stop that river. So as we release the past and we move into our now and into this life affirming place, we are able to live life to the fullest. And when we start to shift the energy in our hearts, we also begin to, so personally, I've always had a little bit of a difficult time understanding and maybe accepting what they call law of attraction, because it's so very mind-based. It's so very much based in think differently and then everything will shift, right? But in my experience, it's about shifting our energy. Then our thinking will shift based on the love we find in our hearts. And that love we find inside of our hearts and as we connect to Earth Mother. So connecting to the planet, which is our real home. So we find our way home. Just like when you have a safe, secure spot to call your home, you feel pretty good about that. And when you don't, you feel a little lost. And in our modern world, we have interpreted having an apartment or a house as our safe spot, not realizing that that's separating us from the real energy of Earth Mother. Living in that real energy of Earth Mother allows us to flow into life because we feel safe and secure in life itself. And the perception of outside threats, that other people are mean or bad, changes. Because as you heal your energy and as you become in tune with Earth Mother and Earth energy, both your circumstances changes because you're seeing other things in life, and you're held by Earth energy, by Mother Earth herself. As we're held by that, we can move forward into life instead of living backwards. So this message today is all about coming into yourself. Look for where the healing in your life shows up. Look for synchronicities. Look for what you're guided towards. If you're guided to talk to me, I'm happy to talk to you. And I'm happy to do Reiki sessions or shamanic sessions with you. Or if you are guided to, if you run into a Reiki healer in the coffee shop, talk to them. If it shows up in front of you, talk to them and see what can happen. Because the synchronicities in our lives will show us the way, especially when we are alert and we pay attention to what's going on around us. So, welcome to life. We're in the flow, moving with the stream of life forward. Aho.